Prosecutor's office.
Yes, this was Daryl McClanahan calling back.
Okay, hold on just a moment.
This Garabrant?
Yes, my name's Daryl McClanahan, and I'm here with my wife, April Miller.
Yes, sir.
And I'm calling you about a gentleman. I called and left a message a few days ago.
Yes, sir.
About Ron Steely repeatedly coming over and harassing us.
Yes, sir. Mr. Is it McClanahan?
Yes.
Are you recording this conversation?
Yes.
You specifically do not have my permission to record this.
Okay, Missouri is a two-party state.
Mr. McClanahan, you can either turn off the recorder or we'll end the conversation. The choice is yours.
Okay, we'll go ahead and have the conversation.
Then you're assuring me completely that you are not recording this conversation.
Missouri is a two-party state.
Mr. McClanahan, I'm telling you, you do not have my permission to record this conversation. If you record it, I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm not here for your entertainment.
I'm not wishing to be entertained.
No, you keep putting conversations with deputies and my office on YouTube for somebody's entertainment. It's not mine.
It's for public record, sir.
It is for entertainment. It is not for public record. Conversations I have with individuals is not for public record.
Okay. Me and my wife feel that we are victims of a crime.
Well, sir, if you want to come into my office and talk to me, I'm more than happy to see you. I'm not going to talk with you unless you assure me that this is not being recorded. The choice is yours.
You're a public official, and I have every right to record a public official. I don't have a right to record public officials?
You do not have a right to record me if I don't give you my permission. You do not have my permission.
I'm sure you're aware of the Missouri statute, though.
Mr. McClanahan, I'm not going to argue the law with you. I'm telling you, unless you stop recording this, I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay, I don't have to have your permission. You don't have to have my
Mr. McClanahan, if this conversation will end, you can make an appointment to see me in my office. I will talk to you. I am not going to talk to you unless you cooperate with me.
Here, what about my wife?
I'm not going to talk to anybody if it's being recorded.
Hello. Hi. So will you talk to us, or?
Not if I'm being recorded.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to record you.
Okay. You're assuring me this is not going to be recorded, period. There's no recording of this kind of conversation.
We're not going to make any recordings public of this discussion.
I don't care whether it's public. I do not want to record it, period.
Okay. We're going to have to make a complaint with the Attorney General's office then about this.
Would you like their number?
No, I have their number and I have their information. It's quite
very well, sir. Go ahead and make your complaint.
Ron Steele.
Again, if you want to talk about these allegations, you can come into my office and make an appointment to come to my office. It will not be recorded.
Okay. My wife says okay.
That's fine.
We would like to press charges against Ron Steely for repeatedly coming to our home on 4th of July, June 26th, and deputies had body cameras of what went on. So
I have seen your post, your post on YouTube. I've talked to officers. I know what you want to talk to me about. I'm more than willing to talk to you, but I will not be recorded while I talk to you.
Okay. I won't record you while we're talking about Ron Steely and what's been going on. We would like.
I don't want to mince words with you. I do not want to be recorded.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
So turn off the recorder.
Okay. The record. We are not recording you.
Okay.
Okay. So we have had. We moved here about 2 years ago, and all of the fences were down, and I've repaired all the fences on the entire 20 acres. Except the fence behind our home, which when we decided to fix the fence behind our home, it became a problem. And we did ask for 2 years the Smiths, who we adjoin it with, to brush hog it, to help clean up. They weren't interested in doing it. So this year we killed numerous snakes, and there's big thorn trees and stuff, and so we cleaned it up, and it's been a problem. They had surveyors here June 26th. Ron Steely was here with them. I asked him not to return, and I have that recorded on the post. I asked him not to return.
Yes, sir.
And he returned on the 26th and threatened me and challenged me to a fight. I've never cursed at these people. The Smiths yelled and cursed at me and my wife, and I believe deputies have a copy of the text message where she apologized for that. Me and my wife haven't yelled or screamed or.
I've not seen that text message.
Okay. Well, Deputy or Corporal Dobb said he had a copy of it.
Okay.
He said that he had a copy of the text message. Where
okay. All I've had is oral conversations with, let's say, Winston Collins and Curtis Dobbs. I don't have any written reports yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope they could get those to you. And Curtis Dobbs suggested that I would invite them over to settle this matter, and we did that. And we were cursed out again, and I was very polite. And I was accused of stealing their T-post, and there were no T-posts taken. There's brand new T-post and fence here to put up where there's. We had a surveyor here yesterday who's writing his survey report. The 20 acres that we live on had fallen down fences, and they were all wiped out from the property being neglected for a bunch of years, and I repaired all of those bordering the Smiths, and I never asked them for any materials or any help, and I did all of that repair on my side because I'm the one who has animals, and it's my responsibility to keep my animals in. So that's what I've done. And I don't believe Ron Steele has any interest in the property adjoining us with the Smiths. There was a gray water line here of issue that was here when we purchased the home. Working on purchasing the home, we have a lease to purchase, and that line was there when we moved here. Rory said it was not a problem, but now there's a problem, so he's reported it to the Taney County Health Department. The gentleman came out the other day. He was very professional. I asked him, what can I do to fix it? He told me what to do to fix it, and we're going to fix it.
Okay.
And we're, we want to do everything that we can to settle the matter, but there's no reason for when this is our back deck area where we're with our children. My wife is off work on pregnancy, maternal leave from her job because we just had a baby 3 weeks ago, and so we're and she was working remotely for Borough Behavioral. Before she had the baby, she was working at home remotely, and so we're home here and we enjoy our deck area. And for these people to come over to yell, scream, and curse at us at our home on our deck is really unfair. And I don't think I could go do that. I wouldn't go do that. I know there's consequences for behaving that way, and I'm not going to behave that way. So.
Okay. The survey that you had done, I understand that Mr. Smith had a survey done?
Yes.
Okay, and is there a discrepancy between the two surveys at this point?
I'm not sure. He hasn't. He was only here yesterday, and he has to write a report.
Okay. Okay.
And also the surveyor that was here with them, when I asked questions, I was cursed at, and I was also called names in front of my children. And I've recently called the HDR survey company and talked to his boss, and his boss apologized for his unprofessional behavior. So, my children are out here playing in the pool, and I get called a effing cocksucker by someone that I did nothing because I asked questions. I asked questions about the line and the stone and the monument, and I think I have every right to ask questions and and figure out what's going on so we can settle it, because I would like to settle this dispute and not have our neighbors coming over here yelling at us.
Okay.
And you did say you watched the videos on, and I think I clearly trespassed him on the 24th.
You clearly what?
trespassed him. I told him not to return to the property on June 26th, just as deputies would do if you were at someone's property or if you're at Walmart and they say, Walmart doesn't want you here anymore, you've been trespassed, don't come back, you'll be arrested. I told Ron Steele June 24th, please do not return over to the property. You don't have any interest over here, and I'm in fear of you. And I asked him not to return. The 26th, he returned, and that video is up. The 26th, we're waking up in the morning. He returns. He crosses the fence line that is in dispute. He calls me names and tells me to come down here, you little MFer, as to fight. And that's on the 26th. Deputies came, and I haven't listened to the body cam. They were down away from us. I couldn't hear what was said, but I believe the deputies told him not to return. And 4th of July, he returned.
Okay.
And we retreated into our home for safety, and called the sheriffs on 4th of July when we're trying to have family time, and I should be doing the barbecue. Instead, we have drama with neighbors that want to come over and spray paint on the lawn where the kids are swimming in the pool. I mean, it's a.
What were they spraying paint for? Was that to mark the boundary according to the survey?
Yes, but there's a stick there and there's also a pin, and the pin, the guy said, is within 1 inch yesterday. Okay, so their survey is going to no doubt turn out to be accurate. So.
Okay, so if the survey that was done by the company was hired by Mr. Smith is correct, when Mr. Steele came back on the property after the 26th, whose property was he on? Was he on your property or was he on Mr. Smith's property?
I believe he would be on Mr. Smith's property, but he's also has no interest in that property, and we know in domestic...
Well, if he had permission to be on the property by Mr. Smith, then he would have a right to be on the property.
Okay, even whenever he's creating the disturbance.
And that's just a question I don't have answered yet. But if it's going to turn out that your survey is pretty close to what the Smith survey is, whether we have a trespass or not is really in question. Okay,
well, what about a harassment?
Well, that's another story. It may not qualify for harassment. Harassment under Missouri law requires a course of conduct. It may be... it's possible it may be a non-contact assault or disturbing the peace, something along those lines, but I'd have to actually look at the officer's reports and find out exactly what was said under what circumstances.
Okay. And then we had another incident June 30th, and we're in the front yard with the children, and an unidentified person, Paul, from Taney County, and the deputies said that he called them. So the deputies know who this person is. I don't. He's a farmer. He's friends with these people. He asked me to come out in the road to fight. He asked me if I was going to record people going down.
Oh, this is the gentleman in the flatbed truck that was in your video?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that I saw, and I don't know where that individual is.
Okay, well, he drives by here, and I can get his license plate, and I'm going to get his license plate and report his license plate. I can't drive by people's homes and challenge them. And clearly in the video,
that would not be wise to do, sir.
No, it would not. No, it would not be wise to do that. Absolutely not. And I would have no reason to do that. I'm fine with being recorded. I think recording everyone benefits everyone. I am aware that the Missouri, I've called Internal Affairs, Missouri Highway Patrol, and spoke with them and recorded and published the call, and it was not for entertainment purposes. It was for public record that the Missouri Highway Patrol does not wear body cameras. And I think that's a big problem, that body cameras and recordings protect everyone with their behavior.
Well, that's the Highway Patrol. The sheriff's deputies in Ozark County, most of them are equipped with body cameras, but they have policy as to when they activate that body camera.
Okay, and he said that it was at all times. I asked Winston prior to speaking to you, and Winston said that their policy is that they record at all times possible.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to question Winston Collins. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Winston Collins said. He said that I asked him, I said, what's your policy on recording? And he said, at all times possible. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all times possible means, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's a benefit to everyone that things are recorded. So, so we find out Paul's behavior. You watched this video, and Miller knew who he was. Miller, I posted that video of Deputy Miller coming out, and Deputy Miller said that he got a call from his sheriff. So Paul is certainly known by the current sheriff, as well as he made a call to 911, and when you call in...
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'm sure that when Deputy Miller gets his report done, if he knows this individual, he'll identify him.
Okay, and me and my wife would like to press charges, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay, my wife is here listening as well. She's part
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay, yeah, so I do have you on speakerphone.
I understand.
Okay, and I mean, we want the... We just want it to stop. I'll put the fence right up on the line if they want to take me to court. I don't want them over here. I am totally capable of putting the fence back up in an area of about 200 or 300 feet. I
understand. You don't have to raise your voice. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not raising my voice. There's a tractor going by. They're in the field. I am totally capable of putting the fence back up in the manner that is described as a legal fence, which the fence that was here was not. So under Missouri fence laws, it's supposed to be like every 15 feet and a 4-wire. It was a 3-wire and every 25 feet. So and
I don't enforce civil law. I only deal with the criminal law.
Yeah, that's fine. And okay, so so where are you going to proceed from here?
I'm going to wait until I get reports from the sheriff's office, and then I'll make a determination as to who is going to be charged, if anybody, and what they're going to be charged with. Okay.
All right. And are you, how long have you been the prosecutor, and were you appointed or elected?
I'm elected, and I've been the prosecutor for 4 years.
Okay. I'd seen a news story about someone being appointed by the governor. I guess that was before your time.
No, I was appointed in 2016, and I was elected in 2018.
Okay, you were appointed 2016 by Jay Nixon?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, Jay Nixon. Okay. So, and then you were reelected in 2018, yes, sir. 2018, and then your term goes until
2022.
2022, 4 years. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And okay, you're very helpful. I think all things should be recorded and a record kept of everything.
We can disagree as to that particular issue, and for a number of reasons. But I don't allow myself to record it because I have no control over the editing, and I usually make notes of every telephone conversation I have, every contact I have with most folks on things like this, and that's what I go by. But I will not have my conversations put on social media.
Okay, and I understand that's your position. I did a sunshine request to Josh Hawley, and he didn't answer my sunshine request, and it was about misconduct for a deputy where I was chief petitioner to have the city of Lexington, Missouri audited. And I've been told I could file a lawsuit against him, but I don't have the money to fight a sitting senator and go to court, and it would be nice if he would honor the sunshine law and do what he's supposed to do. And so I think transparency is my long story is I think transparency with government is very important. So
I agree 100%.
Okay, yeah, anything that I put on the internet, there may be some things in my family that are for entertainment, but certainly Ron Steely coming over here is keeping a record. And anytime these people have came over, I have recorded.
We're going to disagree as to that, what purpose you put that on social media. If that's what you believe, that's fine.
Okay. They put all kinds of body cams around the country of all of these things going on, and they're put on as part of a public record. I don't think that I think they're putting these things on for public record, and that's the whole First Amendment. It's the protection of the First Amendment, and we have a First Amendment right to record, and the Supreme Court has said that.
And most individuals have a right to refuse to be recorded.
Missouri says that only one party has to know, though. I'm sure you're aware of that in the statute. It does.
Yes, yes, but you cannot record someone without their permission. If they tell you can't do it, then you can't do it.
Okay. And what about Paul on the road in front of my home?
Well, I don't think he ever refused. I don't remember. I did not spend a whole lot of time looking at the video. I'm not sure at one point. I think at one point somebody told you to stop recording and you continued to record.
I don't have to stop recording, and it's 1:22, and he asked me, are you recording everyone going by? He said, are you going to record everyone going on the road? And I said, sure. I have every right from my home I have no nefarious purpose of recording people going past my home. He gets out of the truck, begins yelling and screaming. His wife clearly says, Paul, get back in the truck. So I think his wife believed he was misbehaving. And he proceeded to say, don't record people down the road, people here, talking about his son, talking about things that have no reason why he chose to stop his vehicle and get out and challenge me to a fight, to beat me up and say, with a veiled threat of, I asked him what his name was, and he did not want to identify himself, which is nefarious. And he didn't want to identify himself, and he said, I know your name, which, what does that mean? You know my name. You know where I live. Yeah, he knows where I live. So and I'm going to continue to record vehicles going by our house, and we have cameras on our house that record for security, just as home security, people have home security, and they have the server hidden so that when somebody burglarizes or does something, they can't steal the server, and the criminals will get caught because they were recorded. So recording is a great benefit to modern society. I would agree social media is not. All right, I appreciate your time.
All right.
And April is here, too. She's listening to the whole thing. What do you want to say anything to him?
No, just want to say thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.